That's right. Just another sexy short guy. With a big dick. But I digress. Anyway. Alright, what's up everybody? Peter Joseph here for another video on this Saturday evening. Getting close to Saturday night. April the 27th, 2024. And you, yes you, I know you're sitting there, you're watching, you're getting ready for me to say what I have to say. And you are watching right here, on the main channel, Killer of Demons 669. And as always, thank you for watching. Make sure you like the video. Hit the subscribe button down there inside of my goddamn pants, otherwise known as the description box below, on this very channel and my other channels down below in the description box, showing your love and support. Leave a comment if you wish, but if you leave stupid comments, you go. Bye-bye. You're out of here. You're blocked, and if you don't like it, cry me a river, bitch. And that's pretty much it. Don't forget to follow me on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, if you dare. And share the video all over the internet. Most importantly, tap and slap that goddamn bell. Turn on all notifications so you don't miss the next video. Because if you miss anything, you missed it. And I can't help you. And it is what it is. You missed it, you missed it. And also, if you're new here, and you like what you see, you want more, hit that bell, give the video a thumbs up, stick that thumb straight up the wahoo-hoo, and then turn on all notifications so you don't miss anything. And if you do, and if you're complaining about it, well, that's, one, it's too bad. Two, you're gonna have to unsubscribe and resubscribe again, hit the bell again, and hopefully, the notifications will go out to you. If not, well, blame YouTube. Don't blame me. I'm just, don't blame me for the videos not getting sent to you. It's just YouTube, which is broken. It is what it is. You don't like it? Tough. And that's pretty much it. But if you're new here and you want more, then hit the bell, subscribe to my channels, and have fun. And welcome to the party, pal. We really hope you enjoyed the ride. Sit back, relax, grab a cold one, whatever you got. Pepsi, of course. And, that's it. And if you don't like it, get out of here. We don't need you. And that's it. But thank you for the free view anyway. And, that's it. Even if you watch for 1 second, it's still a view. So. And that's pretty much it for that. And we move on. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday evening, April the 27th, 2024, cold as fuck here today in the Northeast. On and off, cloudy. It's cloudy now, it's supposed to rain overnight. And then on and off tomorrow. It's supposed to be 70 tomorrow, and then 80 on Monday. A good day, but then Tuesday's going to be a mess, but it is what it is. And then as we go into the first unofficial weekend of May, as we start May on Wednesday, it's gonna, not gonna be great, but at least it's gonna be warm-ish. Like 60 to about 75 by Thursday. This Thursday is gonna be 75, then back down. And then by next weekend it's about 70 again. So the spring weather is coming, but the April showers we're getting is going to bring some May flowers, hopefully. And then pretty soon, about a month from now, we got Memorial Day weekend, which is the unofficial start of summer. But summer doesn't begin till the end of June. So, right now we got about a month and a half left of spring, and then the greatest season in the world, besides baseball and football season, and hockey. That's the summer season, and gonna be hopefully a hot summer. Hopefully, for some of you, no hurricanes, especially in like Puerto Rico or down the coast in Florida or around here in the Northeast. Hopefully, get nothing. But it's May, so we can start talking about hurricanes. So, but really, between now and really the summertime, by August, really between now and August, we're gonna be start to think about hurricanes. And there might be some major hurricanes coming this year from what the hurricane centers are saying. And now they're categorizing a Cat 6 You thought Cat 5 was bad. Woo! No. They are now thinking about categorizing a Cat 6, which is, I think Cat 5 is like 150 mile an hour plus. So Cat 6 would be even higher than that. That's like a typhoon. So I guess we're gonna go for typhoons now here in the U.S. Next thing you know, Typhoon Jim barreling down in Florida. 200 mile an hour winds, and everybody's like, "Woo!" going flying. You can't report that shit. I mean, I see these weathermen out in Cat 5 hurricanes. I'm like, what are you doing? You're doing my job, but you're risking your life. I mean, come on. I thought back in my day, I wanted to be a weatherman, but thought otherwise. Too much math. And I was never good at math back in the day. As I got older, it became easy. But, but now that I'm like 40, almost 50 years old, math is like different things I have to add and subtract, and with the percentages, it's like, I'm like, why bother? All that math, I still don't know how to add. It is what it is, but it is what it is. But yeah, so batten down the hatches come this summer, because we're gonna get a lot of severe weather, a lot of especially already Kansas and Nebraska had like major tornadoes the last couple days. So I feel bad for all those people down in Tornado Alley in Texas. We're getting tornadoes and hail and craziness. But nothing like that here right now. But the only thing we had in the Northeast is an earthquake. Hopefully the end is not near, I hope not, but we'll see what happens with that. As we move on into the late spring months, May, and really May is the late spring, so. And then June, right, by the end of June into July, the summer, into the dog days of August, and then after Labor Day, goodbye, summer is pretty much over. So get your summer plans all ready now, because if you blink, you're gonna miss it. So it's gonna be, and hopefully it's gonna be a good summer for all of us here. Most of us, me especially, because I'm going on vacation pretty soon. Because I got my tax refunds in. I got my second one in today. Gotta go to the bank on Monday to put it in. So put it in. That's what she said. So gotta go to the bank on Monday to put the stuff in. I got bills to pay after that, which sucks. And then, I got a couple things coming up next weekend. I gotta do, I gotta take some extra money out to I got a concert next weekend. Various things I gotta do, got bills to pay, it sucks. But at least it's not heavy bills I gotta pay. It's just, the rich man's cable and internet, so that's all I gotta pay. And then I just gotta take a little money out for a concert next weekend, and then pretty much done for the month of May. I'm done. I'm happy. But then June, that's when the big bills come. The mortgage and the finances and on the house and everything is crazy. But it is what it is. Alright, enough about that. Boo! Funky! I wasted 9 minutes of your precious time, but you watched anyway. And that's it. Alright, we got Collision coming up in about an hour from now. After the Celtics and the Heat play, because they're on TNT right now. Celtics whipping that candy ass right now. And, I think they're up 2-1. Let me just check that. No, the series is tied at 1. This is game 3 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. The Celtics are up by 25 points. They're going to win this game then. Unless they blow it. I mean, it could happen, but right now, the Celtics are just annihilating them in the third quarter. So it looks like the Celtics will win this game pretty easily unless they don't choke. So they're going to go to game 4, which is probably on Monday in Miami. And we'll see how that goes. The next series, I think, is tomorrow, along with the Rangers! So the Knicks are up 2-1 against the Philadelphia 76ers. See how that game goes. But the real game, tomorrow night, on TBS, Game 4 of the Eastern Conference quarterfinals. And the Rangers are about to sweep the Capitals out of D.C. tomorrow. Hopefully, we'll see. But Game 5 will be on Wednesday, and I will be there if it does go to Game 5, but we'll see. Hopefully not, but then again, who knows. And the winner of this series goes to face Carolina or the Islanders, but most likely it will be the Carolina, who were up 3-0 over the Islanders. Game 4 was today. I think Carolina won. Let me see if I can look that up real quick before I get into my wrestling review. Let's see here. Let's see. Well, it looked like the Islanders in double overtime survived. So there will be a Game 5. That's going to Carolina, because Game 4 was I believe in the Nassau Mausoleum in Long Island. So the Islanders win 3-2 in double overtime. So, alright, so the Hurricanes are up 3-1. Game 5, I believe, will be on Monday or Tuesday in Carolina. And the winner, like I said, will face the Rangers or Washington. And like I said, Rangers are up 3-0. Looking to sweep tomorrow in D.C. That game's at 8 o'clock on TBS. So, and then Game 5 will be at the Garden, the Mecca, on Wednesday. That game will be on, I believe, ESPN. And that's it. Moving along. And then we move on. Alright, so go Rangers tomorrow. Can't wait for that. I can't wait. Gonna have my Sunday dinner watching the Rangers. And yeah, the Mets were playing on Fox. They were losing like 6-4. It was 6-0, and then it became 6-4 after Pete Alonso hit a two-run dick shot. That's home run. His 200th home run, as a Met. So we got that. Now we got stupid, boring as fuck football. The USFL on. Pfft. Garbage. No one wants to see that shit. But I don't even know I care less than the Mets one, but I mean I do, but I mean it is what it is. Let's see. Let's quickly see what the Mets did today. They lost 7-4, so they've lost pretty much 4 of the last 6 games after having a 6-game winning streak ending this past Sunday in LA. Then they lose 2 of 3 to the Giants, and they've lost the first 2 games of the series. So they lost back-to-back series. So it is what it is, and they're back at 500 at 13-13. Not great, but it is what it is. They are 3rd in the NL East right now, so behind, I think, Atlanta and Philadelphia. So you got that. But it's early. It's almost May, so we're not have to worry about the playoffs or the wild card right now. It's not. Plenty of time. Sterling Marte had a lead because he was put on the bereavement list because some member of his family passed away. It was immediate family, so my condolences go out to Sterling Marte and his family. Mark Vientos had to come up from Syracuse to take his place, so probably be back tomorrow or Monday when the next series starts. But it is what it is, and Yeah, that picture tonight, Hauser, no, not Doogie Howser, but Hauser, boy, does he suck! Get him out! What a waste of a fucking trade or pickup that was from Milwaukee, which means the good land. Send him back there, because he sucks so bad. Kind of like the Yankees last night. Yankees lost to the Brew Crew, and they choked that game. And Aaron Baboon doing stupidity like he always does. And all the Yankee fans are going crazy again. Get him out of here! Never ends with the Yankees, you Yankee fans, huh? Never ends. Doing so good, and then next thing you're still complaining. You're still complaining. It is what it is. Good. Complain. Even more. Because your team still sucks. And that's it. Alright. Enough about that. Now I wasted 16 minutes of your time talking about baseball and blah, 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 blah. Other things I don't need to talk about. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, on this Saturday evening, getting close to Saturday night, it is time for your late and out-of-date WWE Smackdown review for last night's show, April the 26th, 2024, and we are emanating from the Heritage Bank Arena in Cincinnati, Ohio, the hometown of the File Thing, John Moxley, but different promotion. But other people do come from Ohio. That's Johnny Gargano, The Miz, well, he moved to California, and Dolph Ziggler have all come from Ohio. Alright, so from the Heritage Bank Center, not the arena, sorry, Heritage Bank Center in Cincinnati, Ohio, it is the first night of the 2024 WWE Draft. So we'll talk about that in just a second. And our commentary team of Corey Slave and my good friend, Bad News Reed Bennett. I'm afraid I got some bad news for you. Ha! And by the way, if you don't like my impressions, fuck you, because you can't do one either. And people trying to do impressions on me, bad idea. Bad. They are bad. You know how bad they are? They are Wheeler, Utah bad. Because they're like Wheeler Yuta. Wheeler Yuta is the type of person that tries to does an impression and nobody laughs. That's how bad it is. We haven't heard from the guy in 5 months. I know he's injured, but we don't care now. If he comes back, we still don't care. I don't know how he's still the Ring of Honor Pure Champion. He's been out 4 or 5 months now. I think Tony Khan needs to strip him of the belt because he hasn't defended it, but he don't give a shit. Tony Khan doesn't care about people being out for like 5-6 months and they have the title. Come on. Wheeler Yuta should have just gave that goddamn belt up, would have had a nice Ring of Honor Pure title tournament, and could have gave it to somebody actually better than Wheeler Yuta. I'm just saying. Why is he still the champion? He hasn't defended it since winning the goddamn belt from Shibata in December. I think he won it in a final battle, or he won it on Rampage. And he hasn't defended it once. That's sad. It's like, oh, I'm going to be the pure champion. I'm going to sit in my ass for 4 months. Pretty much. Makes no freaking sense to me. That makes no sense. Alright, we're a week away from Backlash, which will be emanating from Lyon, France. So if you want your French fries, you go to France. I'm kidding. Anyway. Alright, so let's get into it. Let's not waste any more time than I already wasted. Alright, so this is the night one of the draft. This show sucked so bad. It wasn't great. Nothing really surprising with the draft, except for like one guy going to Raw from Smackdown. And he got signed by Smackdown, and now he's on Raw. Makes no freaking sense to me. But pretty much everybody that was drafted pretty much stayed put. So it makes no sense to have a draft if everybody's staying on the same goddamn brand. I'm just saying. But anyway, so we started off the draft with, the war rooms and everything, blah, blah, blah. We saw a couple legends like JBL, Bully Ray, Devon, Teddy Long, player, holla, holla. We'll get to them in a minute. But here are the rules for the draft. Once again, if you didn't know. Raw, SmackDown, and NXT stars are eligible. The champions are all protected except for the women's tag team champions. That's Asuka and Kairi. So they can go wherever they want. That sucks, but for them. So SmackDown picked first, and Raw will pick first on Monday. And Monday we get 6 rounds, 24 picks. So it feels like today with the NFL draft, we got rounds 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Actually, take that back. 4, 5, 6, 7. And I think we have another round tomorrow. I don't know why, but speaking of the draft, hey, how about those Niners? After that horrible first-round pick, got some good picks. Got a couple safeties, some offensive linemen, a running back, 2 wide receivers. Like, we need more. But, after Thursday night's horrible first-round pick, and I said what I said, with John Lynch and Mr. Jed York, and Shanahan, like, what are you thinking getting Ricky Purcell? And then I was thinking, like, they're going to get rid of Ayuk and Debo. Nope. Still on the Niners right now. Still on the Niners, and they look like Shanahan's going to have like a 6-headed monster. That wide receiver core, deep. We got a lot of depth right now. Depth, not deaf. We got a lot of guys that can step up, like Jennings and, all the guys we got in the draft. Finally, we got some offensive line help. We got 2 good guys. Got a guy whose face looks like Solo Sikoa. I'm not kidding. His name is Dominic Puni, something like that. And then we got another guy. That's an offensive lineman, but he can play different positions. On the offensive line. Got a couple of safeties, which is good. Got another cornerback. We got a safety named Malik. I forgot his last name, but Niners did pretty good in the draft so far. Pretty damn good. We got a 7th round pick. I don't know what they got, but I think they did pretty good. Minus that first night was like, what? I don't know. But, I think they did pretty good. And if I had to grade them right now, I'd give them a B. I was going to give them a D, but because it's the first round, but, Kyle and Jed York and the great man that he is, John Lynch, said, alright, we're just teasing you, Niner fans. We don't want to piss you off, so we're going to get some guys now. So, good draft for the Niners. Giants, meh. Jets, meh. Good players here and there for them. Giants got another wide receiver in the first round. Not that they need more, but kind of do, because their offensive line, their whole offense sucks. They should have drafted a quarterback, because Daniel Jones sucks. Sorry. I know my good buddy Jimmy, he's a big time Giants fan. He's like gonna yell at me now. I don't care. Let's see how your team does this year. The Eagles got some good players. They got the safety that they really need because their secondary sucks. So they got the guy they need, and they got a couple of other players. They signed another guy. I could care less for the pedophile Eagles. Cowboys, as they always do in the draft, stink it up because Jerry Jones needs to pretty much go into the old folks' home. Guy is old. He is old as shit. I feel bad for you Cowgirl fans, man. I really do. Actually, I don't. I don't. I could care less. But, should be a good season coming up for, the NFL and the league where they play for pay. That's coming up in, we got, we're done with the draft as of tomorrow. Then we got training camps beginning in late June and July, and then the preseason starts in August with the Hall of Fame game. We don't care about that. And then right after Labor Day, I think September the 5th, the beginning of the season. I think the Eagles were playing in Brazil. Okay, so that means the Niners will be playing September the 8th, I believe. I don't have the schedule yet. I mean, I'll probably be getting it in another, the preliminary schedule, I'll be getting in about another month or two. The preliminary schedules come out. And hopefully this year I'll be getting the book. I didn't get the baseball book this year because it was sold out by the time I got it. So, I'm hoping by August, late July, August, I'll get the football book. The statistic book that I usually get every year, the yearbook, which costs like $11. If you get it in the store, online it's like 13 to 15, which is not bad. Not bad. I wish it would come every, season, but I don't know how you do that, but let's find out. Alright, enough about that. Alright, so we got that, so with that. Alright, so Raw picks first on Monday, 6 rounds, 24 stars of Raw, Smackdown, and NXT will be available in the pool that came over from last night's pool. They'll be eligible for Monday's pool as well. Also, there'll be a supplemental draft, which happened last night as well. I'll get to those picks later. And also, that's pretty much it. And the rosters will be locked in on May the 6th, which is after Backlash next weekend. So next Monday, not this Monday, next Monday will be the new rosters for Raw, SmackDown, and NXT going forward through the rest of 2024 into early 2025. Now, I don't know if there's going to be trades. I mean, we'll have to see, but we'll see. That's pretty much it. Alright, so we got that. And then we start the show properly with Kayla Braxton, looking hot as always, and she's interviewing, pretty much her husband, the wise man. My name is Paul Heyman, and he explains that our tribal chief, we haven't talked about him in a while, our tribal chief, you will acknowledge him, and you will acknowledge me too, because I am your tribal god of Extreme, Mr. Roman Reigns. He was part of the draft, but now he is not in the draft. He has voluntarily pulled out, that's what she said, out the draft because he doesn't want to hog the number one spot like he did last year, and he's not going to be around for a while. SummerSlam. So that means Nick Aldis needs to make a new star, and he was like, I'm interested. So we'll see what happens with that. And so we got that. So we get that. So I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. That's it. Then we go to the Performance Center in Orlando, Florida, where we see all the NXT stars that are in the draft. They're sitting down, they're in the ring. I think the fans are around them. I don't know if they were fans or they were just performance people. I don't know. But anyway, blah, 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 blah. So we get that. And then we have Corey Slave in the ring to moderate the contract signing between the phenomenal one, the man that has great hair, AJ Styles. And as he's taking on the I hate saying this, WWE Universal Champion, not the champion, Universal Champion, the undisputed WWE Champion of the World, Cody! MDK Cody! You bitch! And that's pretty much it. Alright, so AJ comes out, then Cody with a stupid goddamn theme song. No! Fuck him. And fuck his fans too. Anyway, so AJ gets in the ring, Cody's in the ring. AJ says it's time for some good old Georgia boys to fight. Hey, this ain't the Dukes of Hazzard now. Them good old boys, Bo and Luke. I miss that show. Anyway, It's on Paramount. I can just watch reruns on Paramount. Don't care. Anyway, so AJ says their paths have not crossed before, but AJ respects Cody for making a name for himself outside of WWE. Oh, he didn't mention AEW, but you know what we talk about. He was there in Ring of Honor when Cody was there. So we got that. And I'm just like, AJ said, I made a name for myself outside of WWE, meaning Ring of Honor, New Japan, TNA, just like Cody did with TNA, not so much TNA, but Ring of Honor and New Japan. So AJ learned a lot from the American Dream, baby, Dusty Rhodes, baby, I love that bacon, baby. Including how to carry the belt. Ooh. You know how Cody just can't hold the belt up because he's a piece of crap. And he says at Backlash, we'll find out if Cody can carry the belt. So we got that. AJ signs the contract. And then Cody, he's like, what do you want to talk about? And he says, I respect you as well, AJ, but when I sign this contract, it becomes a must-win. So then Cody signs the contract, leaving AJ to say the title reign will end at Backlash. And I think they had a code of honor. And that's pretty much it. So, we move on with that. So AJ leaves, and then, Cody's kind of like unsure if he can beat AJ. So he's like looking down, he's like, I think I'm going to lose. That's that. And then Cody goes to leave, and then we get the game! Paul Triple H the Vet comes out to start the first round of the draft. Cody joins him. I'm like, I was just thinking, freaking Triple H would just start the draft like Stephanie did last year. But it is what it is. We got that. Alright, so I get the contract signing 3 out of 5 stars. And that's it. We're off and running on Smackdown, my friends. And we get that. Alright, so Triple H and Cody read off the first set of picks in the first round of the draft. So Smackdown, I'm going to read SmackDown's picks and then Raw's picks. Smackdown, with their first pick, get Bianca Belair. She's Bianca Belair. She plays with her hair. That's actually her hair. This Bianca Belair. So Bianca is the number 1 pick for SmackDown. And their second pick in the first round is from NXT. You know, he has appeared on SmackDown lately, and that is him, Carmelo Hayes. And I like that pick. I liked it a lot. So Carmelo is going to be on SmackDown. So he can go after that U.S. title, go after the the U.S. title mostly. It depends on where it's staying. I think it's going to stay on SmackDown with Logan Paul, but we'll see what happens with that. And then Monday Night Raw, their first round pick goes to the main event man, Jey Uso. Yeet. So Mr. Yeet Man goes number 1 in the draft on Raw. And then their second pick in the first round is Seth freaking Rollins. You know he's hurt. Okay. Alright, so we got that. And then Carmelo Hayes on cue comes out. And then we hear that, whoop that trick, what? I like it, come on. So he shrugs that off. Reference to his NXT rivalry with Trick Williams. He comes out, he's like, I've been hearing Cody talk about if you come at the king, you best not miss. So Carmelo's like, well, I'm the man who doesn't miss that much. And I'm going to shoot my shot. And I want a match with you, Cody, tonight. Well, on the show. Later on in the main event. So Cody's like, oh, okay, you want a shot? You want a shot at me? Well, not for the title, obviously. So Cody's like, you want a match with me? I'm in. So we got that. So the main event for the show, Cody Rhodes versus Mr. Carmelo Hayes. And it should be a pretty good dream match. But was it? No. We'll get to that later with the botch. That almost really could have ended Cody's little title reign. Alright, but we get that. And we move on. With that. I didn't have to rate the first round, so I'm not going to rate the rounds. I'm just going by what I have on the copy. And that's it. Alright, then we begin with our first official match of the night. We have the LWO of Rey Mysterio, Booyaka Booyaka, and his partner Dragon Lee. And they come out with Carlito, who spits in the face of people who don't want to be cool. And also the lovely Queen of the Ring. She's still the queen for now. Until Queen of the Ring later on in May. And here she is, Sanina Vega, looking hot. Woo! Smoking hot. So they come out, and so Rey and Dragon Lee are going to be taking on the Mexican Wolves, Alberto Carrillo and Angel Garza. But now it's Berto and Angelo. Stupid. Just call them the Mexican Wolves, it just makes more sense. But anyway, this match was alright, nothing great. That's also with Alberto, excuse me now, I'm thinking of Alberto Del Rio now. Humberto Carrillo dropping Dragon Lee, but he comes right back with some elbows to face, and then Angel Garza low bridges Dragon Lee to the outside. As we go to an early break, we come right back. Rey gets the hot tag, does the hits, hitting a top rope seated senton splash, and then Humberto is sent to the floor, and then Angel Garza comes in, and then he gets tripped, and it just dives onto the ropes, like what? And then we get, Rey hits the 619, tags in Angel Garza, who hits Project Dragon, which is basically Destino. We're going to just change the name, because he used to call it something else. But anyway, he goes for the pin on Angel Garza, 1, 2, 3 in 5.5 minutes. Not a great match, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. After the match, this is where it gets interesting, y'all. Santos Escobar. He comes out with another hot chick, Elektra Lopez. Woo! Caliente. So they come out, and Santos says, I found the security footage, thanks to Elektra, of Dragon Lee getting attacked, so we actually get security footage that actually makes sense. Not like, the Bucks showed. It makes sense. So they show Carlito attacking Dragon Lee, which I said that from the beginning when Dragon Lee got attacked. I was like, yes, Carlito, obviously. Jumping him in the back. They find the footage, and Carlito's just like, I didn't do it. He's like looking around, and then you see him kind of move back and then around to where Dragon Lee is. I'm like, yeah, he's gonna attack him, and that's what he does. He attacks him, hits the backcracker on him, then he beats the crap out of Rey Mysterio. And then he just dips gets out of the ring really quick because Zelina Vega threw her chanclas at him. Watch out for the chancla! Tony Storm might have to have a word with you there, Zelina. I'm saying. Alright, so we got that. So Carlito officially turns heel, which is better as he's a better heel than a face. And that's pretty much it. So, looks like Carlito is going to be joining up with Legado. And then another guy, maybe a guy like Andrade, might be joining up with Rey. I think that's how it's going to go. So we're going to get another LWO Legado feud. It'll probably go for another few months. I don't know. We get that. Alright, Celtics are up by 27. This game's over. 8:44 left. So, we got 7 minutes to go. 7 minutes to go till 8 o'clock, but I think with the stupid post-game show. So, I think Collision might start after the post-game show. So, 8:30. So, we got another half hour to go. With boring as fuck post-game coverage. Just get out. Who cares about the post-game coverage? Who cares? We're gonna see highlights. Fucking cares. Just go to wrestling. Stupid. And that's that. Alright, after after that, we go to your really quick match of the night. 15 seconds. So we got Braun Breaker. Basically killed Cedric Alexander. Sent him back to catering. 15 seconds. Done. Dud. Zero. I don't care. Goodbye. Speaking of goodbye, Braun Breaker said goodbye to Corey Jade, and now she's with some football guy named Vinny. That was quick there, Corey Jade. Just, you go out with Braun Breaker, you bang him and everything. You're with him for about what? It was like about a year or so, and then don't want to see him no more. And the next thing we know, you're banging some other guy. I mean, what is she, 20-something years old? I mean, she wants to get around. She looks like she wants to get passed around like a fucking joint in the back, like RVD's in the back somewhere. I mean, she's beautiful, she wants to live her best life. Go ahead, bang 6,000 other guys. Go ahead. Should have been me. Just say, we get that. Alright, so Braun buries Cedric back to freaking purgatory, or catering, and that's pretty much it. Didn't rate it, didn't care. Zero. Look at that. Then we're gonna look at Daddy's favorite girl, Tiffany Stratton. Daddy! Breaking up last week's women's title match between Bayley and Naomi. So we got that. We're gonna hear from we're gonna see more of Tiffany, because she's gonna be taking on Naomi later on. And the winner of that will face Bayley at Backlash for the SmackDown Women's Championship. And we got all that. Alright, so, like I just mentioned with the next segment, Tiffany tells Nick Aldis that she should get the next women's title match, but Nicholas Aldis says, well, I got a better idea. You're gonna face Naomi for that title shot. And then Bayley's like, oh, I'm gonna be at ringside. And even though Bayley's like, yeah, I suggested that. Duh. So we're going to get that a little bit later. And we move on with that. And that's it. Alright, so I get a 2.25 out of 5 stars. Alright, then we go to the second round of the draft. We have the lovely ladies, Michelle McCool, Undertaker's hot wife, and another hot piece of ace, Tori Wilson, coming out, looking hot. So, SmackDown second round picks are going to be Randy Orton and his Monotonous Voice! And their second pick in the second round, it's going to be Nia Jax. So, I knew that Nia was going to go to SmackDown to face maybe Bayley later on, maybe get the title by SummerSlam, and then lose it to I don't know who. Look at that. So then Monday Night Raw gets their second round picks, and their first pick, a little bit of a shocker, and Adam Pearce stole Braun Breaker away from SmackDown after they signed the guy. Crazy, ain't it? So Braun Breaker goes from SmackDown, where he basically killed people, and now he's going to Raw to kill more people. So, good man there, Adam Pearce, I guess, stealing them away. That was the only shocker of the night with the draft, and that's pretty much it. And then their final pick in the second round, Monday Night Raw gets Liv Morgan, obviously. Going after that women's title that Becky Lynch has, and they're going to start a feud, and we're probably going to see Liv Morgan and Becky at Backlash. I wouldn't be surprised if Liv wins the belt that night. So Becky will have like a couple-week reign. Not that she signed her contract yet. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. That's that. Alright, so that's the second round. And that's it. It's kind of nice that, not nice, but Nia Jax is on SmackDown, where she's going to maybe be with Tiffany Stratton, who they formed a nice little friendship. They were driving on the road and everything. They're doing TikToks and everything. I thought TikTok was banned. I did hear TikTok was banned in the United States. That's what I heard. I hope it should be. TikTok should be eliminated. Like YouTube. But I digress. Yeah, if YouTube got taken down today, I wouldn't give a shit. I'd be happy. I can go on Rumble. I can go on Twitch if I wanted to. I can go on Tumblr. Maybe Odyssey. There's a lot of video sharing sites out. I can just do videos on Facebook, like I used to do when I stopped for a while. Stopped YouTube for a while. I went on Facebook for a little bit. So it was like end of 2022. I did a few Facebook videos until I actually came back in 2023 back to YouTube. But yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But is any fucking apps / websites that should be taken down? YouTube, Google. No, that's not gonna happen. Google may or may not go bye-bye. But YouTube, Google, TikTok, maybe Facebook. Gotta get Zuckerberg out. But that'll never happen. So that if Zuckerberg did go, that means Instagram goes down too. And as much as X is supposedly still run by Elon Musk, I would love for that to go down. Bring back MySpace! No, kidding. MySpace, Kenny! MySpace, are you kidding me? I mean, you could have called me. Maybe. Alright, we got that. Alright, after that, we got a look at the bloodline. Pretty much Solo Mibuki Sakoa and the MFT Tama Tonga beating the fuck out of Kevin Owens last week after Tama got into that big time car accident in the parking lot with Kevin, and Kev comes out busted wide open, and then they just beat the crap out of him. So we got that. So then we see the wise man in the back, and when we see a black car arrive. What happened to the limos? Back in WCW and WWE, we see some guy just come in a limo. Now we're seeing him coming in a white car or a freaking black car. I guess the price for limos went up. I don't know. Next thing you know, he's coming in a cab. From an Uber. Or Lyft. Whatever. Anyway, so Paul Heyman is in the back, and the black car arrives, and out comes Solo Mibuki, the new tribal chief. So he comes out, and the wise man's like, I'm sorry, I meant to open the door for you, Solo. Fearing for his life. More than Tony Khan did. Sorry, my allergies are acting up. So, Solo asks, wise man, have we been drafted yet? So Heyman's like, not yet, and Solo's like, uh-oh, you don't want to kick your ass. I'm gonna fuck you up if we don't get drafted. So he recaps the Roman Reigns issue and says no one has drafted a bloodline because they don't know who it includes. Well, Roman's not in it, so it's you, Tama, and Solo right now. And Solo right now because Jimmy's injured with an undisclosed injury. Even though it's probably his ribs or maybe his neck. I don't know. That's how they wrote him off a couple weeks ago. So anyway, Tama Tonga comes out of the car, and then Kevin Owens comes from behind, and we have a humongous brawl in the back, like P.D. Williams and Kenny Dykstra and all the referees and agents have to come and break everything up. There's some chaos in the back. So that was that. And then, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after that, we go to Kayla Braxton on the ramp, or in the entranceway, and she brings up Bianca Belair, the newest member of Smackdown. Well, sort of new member of Smackdown. She's been on Smackdown anyway. So Bianca Belair comes out looking pretty damn hot, and she's all ready to win the women's tag team belts with her partner Jade Cargill, who did not get drafted yet, but she said that she can work Raw or SmackDown. So they want to win the belts and continue ending Damage Control. And on cue, the Kabuki Warriors, my hot 2 Asian wives, and then Io, she wasn't there. Asuka and Kairi, the women's tag team champions, come out looking great as always. Make my dick hard. But then they going at it with Bianca, and then Jade Cargill looking hot as well. She comes out, and then they're talking. They're like, they're arguing. Next thing we know, we see Kevin Owens and Tama Tonga brawling to the ring. So, bye ladies, you're out of here. And then they go into the ring. Now, security and referees and agents are trying to stop them. They eventually get into the ring. Solo joins them for a 2-on-1 beatdown. And then Randy Orton and his voice! He comes out for the save as Solo and Tama Tonga bail to the floor. And then next week, we got a tag team match player. Well, actually, no, at Backlash, we got a tag team match player between the Bloodline and RKO Show, meaning Randy and Kevin. And this coming Friday night, which is taped, because it's in France. They're taping it in France. I don't know why. No, it'll be live in France, but taped here. Because we taped earlier in the day, like 1 o'clock it'll be taped. 1, 2 o'clock in France it'll be taped. So we'll see it taped here at 8 o'clock on Fox. Look at that. So anyway, that's going to happen at Backlash. But this Friday night, we're going to get the first ever edition of the RKO Show. So Kevin and Randy will be in the ring. Their guests probably be the Bloodline. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. And we move on with that. Alright, so I gave that 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. Alright, round 3. Fight! No, round 3 of the draft, we have the Dudley Boys. Brother Ray and Brother Devon. They come out. Fans chanting, EC-Dub! EC-Dub! So we get that. And then they put on their glasses like the ECW style glasses, which I marked out for. All we needed was fucking Joey Styles, maybe, and, Gertner. Maybe big Dick Dudley. Maybe Spike Dudley. I don't know where he is these days, but anyway. So they come out. And I was ready. It's like, Devon! What? Get me a beer! No, get the table! Then you get the tables and no beer. Well, I got a Pepsi. Anyway, so they read off the grab picks for round 3. So Smackdown, their first pick is Eli Drake. That's the insult. That is a fact of life. So he stays on Smackdown. And also staying on Smackdown is the entire Bloodline. Paul Heyman, the Wise Man, Solo, Sikoa, and the MFT, Mr. Tama Tonga. Now, Jimmy is not in there, but I don't know if Jimmy's gonna go back, be on SmackDown. I mean, Roman at this point is gonna be a free agent, so when he does come back, we'll see where he actually goes. I think he's gonna stay on SmackDown when he comes back at SummerSlam, most likely. And then eventually The Rock will be coming back sometime after he's done filming his garbage movies. I know Roman's in a movie, I know that, but the movie, I think it was a movie or a series he filmed with some other chicks or something like that. Blah, 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 blah. Roman's doing his thing. He'll be back. Don't worry. Don't worry, kiddies. Our tribal chief will return in about 3 months or so. I'd say about 3 months. By SummerSlam, he will return. And how fitting will it be to come back at SummerSlam when he came back during the pandemic era? He came back at SummerSlam, beat the fuck out of Braun Strowman and the late, great Bray Wyatt. And then, right after that, the next pay-per-view, which I think was was it Payback? No, I think it was Payback, 2021. He wins the SmackDown belt, the Universal title at the time. And then he just went on a fucking run, beating the fuck out of Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 37, winning the belt. No, it was 37 to 38? He wins the belt from Brock to unify the belts, and then beat Cody, as we know, 39, and then sadly lost at 40. But he'll be back, and he will become the world champion probably by next year. I would love to have him win the belt at WrestleMania 41. He will be main eventing again at WrestleMania 41. Against who? Probably The Rock. Probably. Then again, who knows? And WrestleMania 41 looks like it's going to be in Vegas at Allegiant Stadium. But, no, not definite yet. But we'll find out probably the next month or two. But Vegas is probably going to be announced pretty soon. That's fine and dandy. But for all you people on the East Coast, you're not getting shit for WrestleMania in outdoor stadiums during April, especially in the Northeast. So, bye-bye Philly. You think you're going to get another one? No. Maybe SummerSlam. I say SummerSlam. You can get one of those. Royal Rumble? No. Not even close to Royal Rumble. I think if Philly ever gets another premium live event in an outside stadium, it's gotta be SummerSlam. I would love for it to be in New York again. So then you can work around what stadium you can have it in. Yankee Stadium, you can have it in Citi Field, you can have it at MetLife Stadium. You can work that. Not WrestleMania? Nah, I don't know about that. I don't know if WrestleMania will ever be at MetLife Stadium again, especially in early April, depending on how the weather is. But that's not even a dome stadium. Minnesota could have got it, but because it's in a dome, but the weather there is going to be like 30 degrees with the wind chill, snow up the wazoo. You know, you got all those freaking events outside. You know, not outside, but in different arenas, but outside. Everybody's gonna be walking really slow. It's gonna be icy. It's gonna be yucky. Snow, rain, cold. People are gonna be wearing like 6 coats. You know, all the ladies are gonna be wearing fur coats. You know, God forbid, you know. You know, people like, you know, the media, like Issa is gonna be out there wearing like a fur coat and like 3,000 layers of clothes. You don't want to see her in a freaking dress. I mean, outside, that might be too cold. But, you know, she'll warm up inside with Roman, I guess. The wrestler, not her dog, but I digress. Anyway, so we got that. So Eli Drake and the Bloodline on SmackDown, and Raw, their third round picks are Ricochet, the new Speed champion. Yeah, that stupid show, Speed. Welcome to the main event. Here's your belt. We're just gonna call it Speed. So Ricochet's on Speed. He's the champ now. Go ahead. I don't care. Anyway, so Ricochet is the first pick, and the second pick is Fella! Sheamus Fella. So we got that to continue his little feud with Drew McIntyre, and they might have a match in France at Backlash 1-on-1. That's going to be a banger. Well, hopefully Sheamus won't be eating burger after burger. No. But we got that. So we'll have to see what happens with that. Alright, so that's round 3. Alright, after that we go to the ladies, and we got a 6-minute match with Naomi against Daddy's favorite girl, Daddy! Tiffany Stratton, Bayley at ringside. Match wasn't anything to write home about. You know, Naomi starts fast and furious, sending Tiff to the floor. Naomi hits a baseball slide, knocking Tiffy down. Get back in, and Tiffany hits a running, sexy hip attack to the back of the head. Ow. And then Naomi ties her up in the ropes. And then a jumping face plant sends Tiff to the outside, and then Naomi dives onto her as we go to break. We come back, and then Tiffany gets a near fall of a spine buster. But then Naomi came back, grabbed a head scissors driver, ouch, for another near fall. Then they both grabbed swinging face plants. They grabbed their hair and knocked themselves down for a double down. And then we see Nia, Jax, come out of nowhere, jumps Bayley, who was on commentary. Oh man, I would have loved her and Michael Cole going at it on commentary, but they're not on SmackDown. Anyway, she jumps Bayley, and the match ends in a no contest. So, you know what that means, triple threat. So, Naomi goes out for the save, gets sent into the ring post, ow! And then that's pretty much it. So, match ends in a little over 6 minutes, and I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And that's it. And then after that, Nia leaves after doing her damage to Bayley and Naomi. And Tiffy Tiff's just in the ring. She puts Bayley and Naomi basically side by side. She goes up top, hits the prettiest moonsault ever, ×2. And that was great. I loved it. So we get that.
Daddy, did you see what I did?
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it. It was beautiful, like you are. Because you're Daddy's girl. You're my favorite.
Oh, thanks, Daddy. Can I have your credit card? Thank you. I'm gonna go to the mall. Bye.
Okay. Get out of here. And we get that. And like I said, if you don't like my impressions, fuck you, because you can't do it either. You can't do it better than me. And if you try to do an impression of me, it is really bad. So, fuck you. Fuck you, because it sounds like somebody else you did. It sounds the same. Your impressions suck. But mine are great. Brother! Man, I gotta do another impressions video, man. I miss doing that video I did way back in the day. Doing all the impressions. Like, woo! Nature Boy Ric Flair. The Macho Man Randy Savage. Ooh, yeah! Did it! Miss Elizabeth.
That's right, Randy.
You know? Hulk Hogan, brother. You know, Booker T. You know? All those great impressions that I can do. And Boston won. Now we got 14 minutes to collision, so I want to get this out of the way. Alright, so, you can't do impressions of me. Go fuck yourself. Stay obsessed. That's all I gotta say about that. We move on. Alright, so, we got that. So, Nia Jax ruins the match between Tiffany Stratton and Naomi. Bayley gets knocked out. So, might be a fatal 4-way at Backlash. We'll have to see. We get that. Alright, then we go to the back. We have the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, along with B-Fab. They're ready to win the Smackdown Tag Team belts next week against the people coming in. 8-Town Down Under of I Did It, Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. Austin Theory mocks Angelo Dawkins, who is wearing a Cincinnati Bungles shirt. And then we see Bobby Lashley come from behind and scare them off. So we got that. Maybe we get a new tag team champions next week. I doubt it, because Grayson and Theory just won the belt at WrestleMania. But I don't know if they're gonna pull the trigger with the Street Profits and finally give them a long title reign. We'll have to see what happens with them. Alright, so I give that 2.5 out of 5 stars. Then we go further in the back, where we see Killer Cross and the lovely Scarlett Bordeaux. They're like, come here, cameraman! And we see that the AOP, the Also Pain, Akam and Razor, beat the fuck out of British Strong Style, Tyler Bate, and the Bruiserweight, Pete fucking Dunne. So we're gonna get that match next week. And Killer Cross like, that's it. We're gonna have violence no matter where we are. That's it. So we got that. 2.5 out of 5 stars. Scarlett looking amazingly hot, as always. We get that. Alright, round 4, the final round of the draft for Friday night. So we have Teddy Long, player. We're gonna have a tag team action. You're gonna go one-on-one with The Undertaker. We got that. And JBL, they come out for the final picks. And SmackDown's final picks are the phenomenal AJ Styles, obviously, going with his feud with Cody, and Andrade. So Andrade most likely will be going into the LWO Legado feud, and he'll be joining up with Ray to take Carlito's place. We got that. And for Monday Night Raw, they picked the Alpha Academy, Chad Gable, the big fat man, Otis, and Akira Tozawa, and along with Maxine Dupree. We get that. And then the other shocker of the draft, Raw's next pick, their final pick, is Kiana James from NXT. I'm like, what? Wow. That was a shock. I didn't think Kiana James, of all people, would get drafted to Monday Night Raw. But I guess Raw needs stars to go after Becky and Liv, and eventually Rhea Ripley when she comes back. And then Charlotte's coming back. So that Raw women's roster is going to be pretty good when Charlotte comes back and Rhea Ripley comes back. And now they added Kiana James for some odd reason. Look at that. Alright, so SmackDown's final pick, SmackDown's roster as of now, Bianca Belair, Carmelo Hayes, Randy Orton, Nia Jax, Eli Drake, the Bloodline, Solo Sikoa, the Wise Man Paul Heyman, and Tama Tonga, the MFT. We got AJ Styles and Andrade. And then on Raw, we got Jey Uso, Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Liv Morgan, Ricochet, Sheamus, Alpha Academy, and Kiana James. And we get that. I'll talk about the supplemental draft in a minute. Alright, got that. Then we get a video on Kiana James, for those of you who don't know who the fuck she is. And then we go to the Performance Center, where Kiana James gets a Raw hat. She cuts a little promo, saying, I can't believe I'm on Raw. Then we see the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels, come in. They share a little hug, and he whispers something in her ear. I'm gonna fuck you later. Probably. I don't know what he said, but probably wish her good luck. And that's it. And we got that. So congrats to Kiana James and Melo from going from NXT to Raw and SmackDown. And we got 6 rounds on Monday, so anything can happen. And we got that. Alright, after that, we see Nicholas Aldis announcing Bayley defending her belt, against Tiffany and Naomi at Backlash. Well, what about Nia Jax? So, Nia's probably going to have something to say on Friday Night SmackDown. Maybe getting in and then having a fatal 4-way match. Or maybe she gets next. I don't know. But we got that. And then Teddy Long Player announces the Bloodline versus Randy Orton and Kevin Owens at Backlash. So we got that. And then we got what's coming up next week on the program. And I already mentioned it, the tag team match, the RKO show segment, the tag team titles, Street Profits versus Grayson Waller and Austin Theory. We also got AOP versus British Strong Style. And it's the go-home show before Backlash. And that's going to be taped, like I said before. Alright, then we go to your main event of the evening. I'm just going to paraphrase, because we got a few minutes before Collision. Cody Rhodes and Carmelo Hayes, non-title match. Wasn't a great match. Big-time botch, as both men were trying for a springboard diamond cutter. Melo just flew and fell on his ass. Cody goes for it and fell, landed on his shoulder, and he was coming up really bad. He's like, "Oh, my shoulder!" I thought he was legit injured again. But they talked to him afterwards. He says he's fine. But who knows? He was grabbing his shoulder. It looked like he popped his shoulder. Maybe his little pec went pop. I don't know. So that was a big botch. This match could have been way better, but Cody did hit the Cody cutter for a near fall. It started getting a little bit better near the end. Carmelo comes back, hits the first 48, that code breaker. Like I said, they tried to do the Cody cutters, and both of them missed, and Cody's favoring his shoulder. And then Cody, somehow, I think they rushed to the finish, and Cody wins with a crossroads in under 9 minutes. And that ends that's that. Match could have been way better, but I gave it 2.5 out of 5 stars. And then after that, AJ comes out, and he's about to punch Cody, but Cody kind of saw it. And then they have a big-time handshake, and that's pretty much it. And now Collision has just started at 8:23. So they might go an extra 7 minutes. I don't know. And who should come out? Swerve. Swerve comes out with my boy, Prince Nana. So he's going to do the dance. Come on, let's all dance. Why not? Let's do it. done. I'm done. So Swerve's gonna be starting off Collision. And I don't know if we're gonna get a celebration. It should have been on Wednesday, but he was facing off against Kyle Fletcher, and he won. But it looked like he almost hurt himself with his ankle, leg. But it looks fine. He's walking pretty fine now. So maybe we're gonna actually finally hear from Swerve about winning the belt. So we got that. And we move on. Alright, so AJ and Cody end the show with a handshake, no violence, and that ends the show. So SmackDown could have been a lot better, but it just felt really flat. And I gave it 6.25 out of 10 stars. And that's it. And we move on. The supplemental draft happened. SmackDown gets the OC, Mia Yim, and the Good Brothers, Gallows and Anderson. Baron Snorbin Corbin goes up to SmackDown. So the War Dogs are no more, which sucks. Cedric Alexander and Ashanti the Adonis, I think they call him the Real Deal or whatever the tag team name is. Who cares? Baron Corbin goes to SmackDown. The OC also go to SmackDown, and for Raw, they got the witches, the former witches of SmackDown. They'll go to Raw to become the witches of Raw. Alba Fire and Isla Dawn, they go to Raw. Ivar stays on Raw, and eventually Eric will be coming back soon. Probably gonna stay home for the birth of their new son. Eric and Valhalla are about to have another baby in about a few months. We get that. And then also staying on Raw are Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark. So that's it. So that is the first part of the draft, and then the second round will be on Monday, and then probably after Raw we get another supplemental draft, and then maybe some trades between Tuesday and Backlash. So that's that. So we'll see what happens with that, and I'll try to update you guys for the draft on Monday, and the supplemental draft I might add in on Tuesday, on sometime next week. But we got all that. Alright, so we move on with that. Alright, so that is it for SmackDown. Thanks a lot for watching, everybody. I'm going to go watch Collision right now, and then Rampage, which comes right after at about 10:25, 10:30. And then later tonight, right here on the channel, once again, your Collision Rampage review. So your 2 for Saturday coming your way tonight. Tomorrow, before I go for Sunday dinner, I'll be doing TNA. And that'll be it. That'll be it. Alright guys, thanks for watching, and until next time, if you're not down with that, well that's just too goddamn bad, motherfuckers! Because I'm Peter Joseph, your tribal god of extreme, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is going to stop the prophecy, and nobody's going to stop the purge, because we are better than you, and you know it, and if you're not down with us, well we got 3 words for you. Fuck you, man! That's it. Until next time, go fuck yourselves. Peace.